like if you are on 485 or 476 visa, you must be left with minimum of 12 months on your visas, otherwise your application to get enrolled into this program would be refused. Hey guys, how's it going? My name is Omar, and in today's video we would be discussing what is professional year program. Now, professional year program itself is a very big topic. Therefore, what I'm going to do is just going to give you guys an overview on what is professional year program and what are the benefits of doing it. Then I would also detail the requirements of getting into this program, and lastly we will discuss the components of professional year program. Now, I have already done my professional year in engineering, and I'll share my experience in one separate full video. Therefore, in this video I'm just going to give you guys an overview on professional year program. So let's start. What is professional year program and what are the benefits of doing it? Now, professional year program is a program for IT professionals, accountants and engineers who are intending to move to Australia. Now, many of you would already know that in Australia immigration is point based. So more the points you have, the better the chances would be in order to get nominated for permanent visa or temporary visa like 491 visa. Now, professional year program, on successful completion of this program, engineers, IT professionals and accountants can claim 5 very precious points towards their general skills migration. So that's the one of 2 major benefit of doing professional year program. And the second benefit of doing this program is that it equips you with both the technical and non-technical skills that are mandatory in order to enter Australian job market. So for all those IT professionals, accountants and engineers who are fresh graduates and who are having trouble finding their first job, this program can certainly prove to be a foot in the door, but at a cost of $15,000 for engineers, and the price would be lower for IT and accountant professionals. But for engineers it is roughly $15,000. So that's the introduction of professional year program. Now let's move towards the requirements of getting into this program. Now the requirements actually differ for engineers and IT professionals and accountants. So the requirements of each of these professions are different in order to be inducted into professional year program. I'll just discuss the requirements for engineers. Now, for engineers who are intending to enroll in this program, they must possess migration skills assessment letter or a receipt of their application with Engineers Australia of migration skills assessment. On number 2, you would be asked to meet minimum of English language scores. What are those scores? You can check online. I can't really name those scores here because this is something that keeps changing over the period of time. So therefore, I'll leave a link in the description. You guys can click on that link and it will take you straight to the page where you can go through the scores that are required in order to get into this program. Similarly, for IT professionals and accountants, for you guys also, I'll leave the link in the description and you guys can click on those links and they will take you to the page where you can go through the requirements for each of you guys. Now, that's the requirement for engineers to get into the professional year program. Besides that, the very important condition to get into this professional year program is that you must be on 485 or 476 visa and you must have at least 12 months left on your visa. So this is very important, guys. So if you are on 476 and 485 visa, you must have at least 12 months left on your visa, otherwise you would be refused to be inducted into this program. Okay, so that's very important thing to remember. So these are the requirements. There are a couple of other requirements as well for engineers, and I'll leave a link in the description. You guys can go through those conditions or requirements as well. Now, moving on to the next part, what are the components of professional year program? Now, there are 2 major components of professional year. One is the training module and the other one is professional internship. Now, professional year program runs for on average 42 to 44 weeks. Out of those 42 weeks, 30 weeks are in class training module, in which you would be given a lot of non-technical skills, like how to sit and interview, how to communicate within a team, all those sort of non-technical skills that are very mandatory, that are mandatory to have if you are going to work in an Australian workplace. So that training module runs for approximately 30 weeks. Once you are done with that module, then you would be doing professional internship that would run for 12 months, and that internship would be full-time and it would be unpaid. So that internship again would run for 12 weeks, and that internship is going to be a deal breaker for you guys. So whoever is going into the professional year program, make sure you are doing your internship with maximum of your effort, because you really want to convert that internship into a full-time permanent role. So make sure you are focusing on your internship with maximum of your potential. So that's another module of the professional year program. Side by side, you would also be asked to attend events. Like for an engineer, you would be asked to attend minimum of 4 events, 2 technical and 2 non-technical, and it's better to attend those events which are actually conducted by Engineers Australia. Now the condition is to attend minimum of 2 events that are conducted by Engineers Australia, but when I did my professional year program, I attended all of my events with Engineers Australia. And it is very important that you are doing your events like side by side your training module, so that it would become very hectic to attend events during your professional internship, because you would be doing that full time. So it's better to get done with these 4 events while you are in your training module. I'll share experience of one of my friend. He left all of his events for the last moment, and then there were no events scheduled in Melbourne. Therefore, what he had to do, he flew from Melbourne to Adelaide in the morning, attended the event, and then came back to Melbourne. So that costed him somewhere around $150 in the form of airline tickets. But the events usually cost you around $10 to $15. There are some events for free as well. I'll share invoice of the events that I attended on the screen. You guys can have again go through that invoice. So that's the total information. This is an overview. There are definitely some other information that you guys must check yourselves on the website. Even the requirements, all the IT professionals, they must go through the requirements for their professional year program. Similarly, for accountants, you guys must go through the requirements set for you guys in the link that I'll leave in the description. Once again, you must go through those requirements yourself. What I have done is just given you guys an overview, and I have touched very important points that you must be aware of. Like if you are on 485 or 476 visa, you must be left with minimum of 12 months on your visas, otherwise your application to get enrolled into this program would be refused. So that's the total information, guys. I hope you guys learned a lot by watching this video. In the future, I would also make one full video on my experience with professional year program in engineering. So guys, stay tuned. I will also keep making videos on the topic of Australian immigration, what are the cutoff points, all those sort of things. So therefore, stay tuned, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Cheers. Bye bye.